Howdy. Welcome back to the final match of day one of the summit. I had a nap. I'm well rested. You've been awake?
I'm well rested too.
Uh-huh. Well, with that being said, guys, we've got one more game coming up. It's going to be EG versus Fnatic. Final match of the day.
Yeah, it's been a long and fun, exciting first day. We've had some awesome matches.
We have had some moments. We had Excalibur's the EGOD game, basically.
That's been my favorite game of today, I think.
Yeah. He might be the story of the tournament. I mean, it's early. We'll have to see how he continues to do,
Yeah.
but I'm excited. And hey, Arteezy on the other side, so the more established up-and-comer, I guess you could say, is maybe not even up-and-comer anymore, but the young gun, the more established young gun. So, guys, with that being said, I believe the draft is underway, and we'll hop into it.
You
Here we go.
betcha.
Oh, boy. More Tinker.
Excalibur, why not?
It
oh,
was-
no, it's not Excalibur, it's EG. Ooh.
It's
Okay.
the Arteezy Tinker.
He's like, I'll show you how to tinker. They first picked that as well.
You know, it reminds me of that G1 League Season 4 promotional video.
Yeah.
I will show you how to carry. Was
Yeah.
that Burning? Oh no, it was Xiaowei. I will show you
Yeah.
how to solo mid. Yeah, if you guys missed that, they did these like kind of cheesy over the top like come to Fuzhou, China for the LAN finals of G1 League, and yeah. So anyway, I will show you how to tinker.
I'm more excited for the PPD train. Oh, I don't know if I'm excited, but the PPD train is absolutely beastly. This guy just wins games on his own with the Dream Protector. He's saying like a 90% plus win rate on the hero.
Yeah, I was talking to Burning this afternoon, and he said they have the best tree player in the world. And I said who, and he's like EG, of course, PPD. So
Yeah.
that's why they just ban the hero against EG. Don't give them the tree. But Fnatic have given them the tree in exchange. Frankly, they've gotten a lineup they can just crush tree armor in the mid game. Prophet, Enigma, Lone Druid, pretty heavy push. The way that they actually qualified for this tournament was it came down to a game 5 between Mousesports and Fnatic. And that game 5, they just ran like I think 3 Necrobook heroes, just 5-man ultra pushed, and Mouse just could not defend. So this time though, there's a Tinker on the other team. So whether that works or not remains to be seen.
And this match is actually really important. EG are 1 and 2, Fnatic are 2 and 1. So an EG win here would put the two teams equal on 2 and 2. Fnatic would put them in a 3-way tie for first place, and EG would be second to bottom. So that EG need to win this game. Otherwise, they're possibly looking at a loser bracket start, and Fnatic say, "Let's go all in push."
Oh boy!
Look, these
out
guys
comes the
have had a
Pugna.
long day. They're like, "Let's go all in and get."
I mean, to be fair, this lineup actually does go pretty late if they wanted to, but
that's true.
But
That's true.
the way Fnatic generally plays these drafts, they'll just get a couple Necrobooks early. Fly will most likely get the mech on the Enigma and a pair of Arcane Boots on the Pugna, and they will just go at least 3-4 man at towers. Maybe the Prophet or Lone Druid is off split pushing, and they will look to take all your auto towers by 25 minutes.
Yeah, and it is kind of the stereotype of Tinker that he's hard to push against, but Pugna's ward does cause a lot of problems for Tinker. Makes it just really drains his mana as well as creates a lot of damage going on to him when he's using Soul Ring as well on top of that. So not the easiest for Tinker to actually spam out against a push when there's a Pugna ward down. So combined with the fact that this Lone Druid Spirit Bear is very, very tanky.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a counter to Tinker, but he's just one of the more annoying heroes to play against, for sure. And AG did ban one of the most annoying heroes to play against. That's the Nyx, so I don't really think Fnatic cares too much. They're not really trying to gank this Tinker. They're just trying to take towers and accrue a very early gold advantage. And well, that being said, EG, go for the Visage here for Zai. And I mean, you talked about the PPD tree, but Zai plays a mean Visage. His micro is second to none.
Yeah, and I think with that, EG are pretty at least comfortable with their support duo. I think now you just got to look about what hero they're going to put Mason on for the safe lane, and what do they get for Universe for off lane. And Universe is tied, his Darkseid's been banned out, the Prophet's been picked up by Fnatic. Options are kind of limited, and ooh,
they get a good defensive counter 5-man carry. So now they have March, and they have Call Down, and they have Flak. That is quite hard to push into.
Yeah, I think it's a clever pick. Not something I've seen EG run at all in forever, but the hero every now and then I see it picked up, and it still impresses me when it's played well. So
sometimes teams are just like, oh, we need like a carry, and Gyro's the only remaining hero, and normally he's not the ideal one, but in this game, up against a 5-man pushing draft potentially, they don't have to run it that way, but it's quite likely Fnatic will. I think Gyro's actually one of the strongest carry picks you could make.
All right. Well, Fnatic, I guess they just need like a standard support. But what do you think they EG go for Universe for the offlane?
What's left? It has to be something that can help them defend against a big group up. Darkseer, you mentioned, would have been ideal. Who else is out there? That's why I really wish I had my hero list handy.
Centaur.
Centaur wouldn't be bad. Something like I was like, there's Bounty Hunter, but that's not what you want in this game.
Otherwise, you're looking at. You're kind of running out of options. Offlane heroes. Fnatic taking a few.
No Spirit Breaker, please.
Oh God, no. Have mercy.
Have mercy on EG's chances of winning.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, well, they definitely need an offlaner, something that can counter 5-man group ups, that can help defend towers effectively. Bristleback gets banned, so a tanky frontliner, I think, he kind of fits that bill
That would
we're
actually
describing.
be a really good pick. I like that ban.
So, well, we've talked about what EG need, and we're not entirely sure what's left, but Fnatic, final pick for them. They'll need that hard support. What do you have your eyes on?
I think yes. Dazzle. No, maybe not Dazzle. I think you want some actual reliable. Oh, what?
I was thinking Healing Ward would be good this game, but I was like, I don't know how they squeeze it into their lanes, so that's why I didn't mention it.
Support.
Pug, no?
Pug. No.
Could be support Juggernaut, but then it's like Enigma Juggernaut support. This is a.
I don't know.
Are we gonna see the Medic Bear?
Look, predictions are that we're gonna get a Big Daddy Pugna from.
Big Daddy Pugna.
Yeah.
K-pop throwing his coins on the table.
I can believe it.
Okay, so this gives us a very interesting draft.
Universe offlane Faceless Void.
The pure utility Void.
Yeah.
It's very unconventional, but they have run it before, and he's really dangerous to push into. Chrono is perfect setup for everything here. March, the familiar stuns, the gyrocopter ultimate, it sets up the flat cannon auto attacks. This is a... If they can get through the lanes and they get the level 6 on gyrocopter, they get the Void Chronosphere, and Tinker gets a few items, that's actually quite scary. It looks ridiculously greedy on paper, but... Yeah. And this is dire Faceless Void, though, so... Can't really just run him off lane too easily.
We're getting the call. It's going to be a support Juggernaut for Big Daddy himself, so...
K-pop has revised his predictions.
Yeah, well, he's got the inside scoop.
5 seconds
this is really weak lanes for Fnatic. Like,
I mean, let's be fair. EGs are not overwhelmingly strong.
Oh, you got offlane Void.
Yeah. Well, or maybe they run the Void safe lane and even go aggressive. It's pretty risky, but it is a jungle Enigma, so...
Yeah, every time they do this Void, it's normally like a solo offlane, just trying to leech XP, get level 6, from what I've seen. But their offensive trialing with a Treant Visage Gyrocopter has a lot of killing potential.
Okay,
so.
I think they are going aggressive. We'll see them 5-man to the enemy jungle right away, and with Tree, your level 1's always going to be solid. So no boots first, though, for PPD.
And the fact Universe went poor man shield with 2 tangos. This isn't really an offlane build normally because you want to have more than 2 tangos for the offlane. You want to at least have...
Yeah, this is more of a 1v1 build.
You want to have like 4 tangos and then get pulled a couple tangos if you're going straight up offlane. So this to me suggests maybe he's going to go safe lane solo. He may find himself against Nature's Prophet or even the Lone Druid, but I think either way he does okay-ish just because of the poor man shield. Like the right-click harass just doesn't bother him too much because of the poor man shield.
Okay, well, the game is well underway now as we see EG goes aggressive into the enemy jungle, does drop down some Observer Wards. The main goal is shut down that Enigma, give him a slow start, and we'll have to see if Fly makes any adjustments. For now, he doesn't have any sentries on his person. I imagine that the Juggernaut has some. No, they don't have sentries. He's going to have to like sneak into the enemy jungle or something. They warded 3 camps.
Super greedy, weak lanes from both. Oh no, AG have strong laning potential. They've got two good supports.
To be fair, you do have that one big camp and the medium camp to farm. It's not the end of the world, but it's not as efficient. There will be times where you want to go check the rune and then just go back to farming, and then you've got to walk farther, and depending on your spawns, it can make your life difficult. So maybe he just toughs it out for now. Let's see. He's walking down mid. Looks like he will be going to his own close big camp to start things off.
You can just straight up kill that big camp twice to start things off with Enigma. It's like the most efficient way to do things. So it doesn't, even with the other 3 camps blocked off, you can still jungle decently to get your level 3. You can then go smoke gank mid.
That's true.
I don't think...
And I think they want to gank mid. The key hero of this game to shut down... as we see, support Juggernaut trying to harass Faceless Void. It's a nice thought, but...
Goodbye mana pool. He'll have another Blade Fury in, like, I guess 30 seconds maybe.
Yeah, boots first Juggernaut, you get 2 Blade Furies, and then you are... I mean, you eventually, you get the mana back for the second one.
And the second one you're going to wait for.
Yeah, you get it in like 40, 50 seconds.
Universe is like,
bad.
I'll trade hits with you, sure, I got a poor man's shield. You haven't even got a single Tango.
Boots first Juggernaut is not trading auto attacks with poor man's shield void.
Yeah, I guess he sees that void only as 2 Tangos, and he can only actually use 1 for some time because of the...
And they have the lone druid.
Share limit.
So any harassment by no tail means life is a bit easier for that lone druid.
Yeah.
He's just gonna strut up mid, and is there a Radiant Observer? Indeed there is.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Dire Observer.
I don't know what No-Tail's going to achieve this game. I think this Juggernaut is going to be...
He's there for the healing ward in the mid game. Like, as long as he gets a few levels in healing ward, that's really the only thing the heroes do.
He's going to struggle to find those levels. He may just be like a useless sack for
That's
the
true.
next... I mean, the entire game, if he's not careful. I think he just needs to go like... Well, his pull's being blocked as well. He can't pull...
No, they got triple blocked, so... The Enigma only has 2 camps to work with.
Fnatic are in trouble. Like, we're 2 minutes in. Juggernaut as a support here is just not going to do anything this game unless he somehow finds some kills with this boots first build of his. I don't know what he does.
The one thing Fnatic do have going for them is they push very hard. So the Pugna's doing well mid. He's got 12 CS, and as a solo mid, he should get a lot of levels, which means can start sieging down the tower mid. Even against the Tinker, you just walk up, blast the tower once, and this mid tower shouldn't stay for too long. I want to say there's tree. If they hit their timings right, tree armor is not going to be enough to keep towers up against Enigma, Lone Druid, and Pugna. Not to mention the Nature's Prophet. So they can get some towers, get some gold, and then he can look to catch up in the jungle.
It's just where if you're a juggler, like you wish you're like a support Mirana even, because you can just chuck arrows at mid and hope something lands and you get a kill. But as a Juggernaut, you see the Juggernaut running into Blade for you. You're not going to let a Juggernaut just get a kill, generally speaking. So it's going to be really tough. No-Tail swung his way top lane. He's actually picked up some branches, clarity. I think he's realized like, yeah, I can't really do too much. Let's get some stats. Let's get a clarity so I can at least use multiple Blade Furies. He may try jungle, but when you've only got 2 jungle camps, that's what your Enigma wants to use. So,
well, in good news, it's almost the sentries are about to expire here, I believe. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah. We'll have access to the camps now.
That's a big camp as well. So
yeah,
yeah.
Well, yeah, the medium.
Oh no, the big camp's an observer.
The big camp's an observer.
Ah,
yeah.
No, that's one he wants. At the same time, I guess if he tries to Blade Fury a big camp stack, he's just going to die to right clicks.
No, you can't farm a stack with the boots first Juggernaut at this stage, but it's okay. The Enigma will get some levels, and end of the day, jungle Enigma is doing pretty well. So I think Fnatic are okay, but the key for them is just they need to make up for some of the deficiencies in the laning stage by getting towers. As we do see a wraparound bottom lane. They want to make a go on this Faceless Void. No-Tail just poking at that courier.
Yeah, if you pressure him out of the lane, you can secure yourself a fast T1 tower here. Which, Jug's on zoning duty. Imagine if he's a ranged hero who can just right-click from afar rather than have to run up for the right clicks.
It's the most pointless like zoning effort because you run next to him and as soon as you Blade Fury, he just time walks out. And there's no way to stop it. They're looking for Malphus, but
I think Fnatic's actually got a good draft and they're doing okay. It's just this game feels like it's 4v5, but a 4v5 that may actually work. Like the Juggernaut's kind of a non-factor.
Don't underestimate healing ward later on.
Yes, it's one of those things. I mean,
but he does look like he's doing nothing right now.
He's kind of zoning them out and being annoying and aggressive.
Are they going to die for this one? They've got a Blade Fury. Remember, Visage has reduced magic resistance, but no, not going to commit. And now the rotations are coming in. Everybody bottom lane. Mason nearly falling here. Universe jumps in, and even Arteezy joining the fight. Fear that Arteezy. He gets first blood. That is big trouble for Fnatic.
Behind enemy line, Strixie may get a kill on Mason here as well. The homing missile.
Oh!
The bash. Orange, Jesus is Mr. Universe.
Oh no! Oh no!
Down.
They just fed Tinker first blood, and now they give away a double kill. That's
Soul Ring. That's
gonna be like 10-minute boots bottle Soul Ring if they don't, or boots of travel bottle Soul Ring. That is big trouble for Fnatic. Like giving up first blood, okay, that's not good. Giving up double kill, that's pretty bad. Giving it up to Tinker, that's the worst possible outcome for Fnatic.
Yeah, I think you'd rather the carry Gyrocopter go than the Tinker.
Yeah. End of the day, the Tinker is the one where if he gets farmed, not only can he defend the high ground, like Gyro, but he can also push out the other lane. So, this is now trouble for Fnatic.
Alright, so Prophet's going to just kind of keep doing his thing top. Maybe he hits level 6, then he can actually contribute to ganks without even having to necessarily TP in. For your lone druid, he's just on Lone Druid's kind of in just farming mode. Get your Radiance up. I think it's still a Radiance game, even considering the start isn't ideal for Fnatic. And then you have the...
tower is under attack.
Didn't go for the early Midas, which we often see, especially if you can take an early tier 1 tower. When you're going... Uh-oh, that's a Chronosphere Universe gets the DD rune! Give him the bash! Oh, he doesn't even need too much.
This
though.
Jug's still level 1, I think.
Probably. Level 2, maybe?
Level 2. Oh.
Tranquil Boots. Eesh, he's gonna just have a rough game.
It's not even No-Tail's fault.
Yes, it's... What are you supposed to do in this situation? You can't Blade Fury... you can't Blade Fury the Void because he just time walks away. You can't really gank because you're roaming Juggernaut, and that's a very hard gank to pull off, especially when you're running like a Pugna mid. That's just not much you can do.
Yeah, it was a really surprising last pick because I think they had a really solid draft all around until all they had to do was pick up any hard support, Shadow Demon, Dazzle, even go greedy and get like a Shadow Shaman or a Lion or whatever it may be.
Well, bottom lane, looks like they have Malphist Universe. Chronosphere not up just yet, but Arteezy's in the house. And we'll drive them back with some rockets.
Top tower is under attack.
The way their lineup works, Fnatic is supposed to take all the outer towers by, I'd say, 25 minutes. And I don't know if they're going to do that, the way this game is going. They've taken one tower, and Living Armor is getting leveled up.
Yeah, then the Lone Druid can help push a little bit, but again, if he wants to go for Radiance, he's not going to have that Radiance till like the 25 minutes you're talking about, which is where they want to have towers pushed. So if he wants to push towers, he needs to go for something other than Radiance. So it's really kind of catch-22 for Lone Druid. He either farms so he can have the biggest mid-game presence, or he just buys cheap items now, but then his mid-game is kind of lacking because he doesn't have a Radiance. So it's really tough for Lone Druid. This is the kind of game which is just like, what do you go as a Lone Druid?
Alright, well, they have brought this bottom tower low, and it looks like it's going to either be denied or last hit. We'll get it. Arteezy gets the deny. More trouble. They need that gold, especially with how poor this Juggernaut is, and just look at their CS is actually pretty good, to be fair.
They're ahead on total net worth, and a couple towers, and that's going to happen here. But
they're supposed to be ahead as well. I feel like they're not as far ahead as they should be.
EG are going to have Tinker with Boots of Travel soon enough, and from there they can just start defending any tower they need. So.
Well, they're going to look to dive Arteezy middle lane. Potentially Blade Fury comes out, and the Lone Druid looking for an entangle. Is he going to find it? Still no entangle. Arteezy on the run. Now the Chronosphere comes in, and here comes the turnaround. Actually, slight indecision from Universe. And Excalibur, if he gets bashed, he's probably going down.
Arteezy is actually still in the fray. There's a black hole. Solo black hole for Mr. Artur.
He could have just walked away there. He just...
Too easy.
Did he get his Boots of Travel yet? I don't think so.
No, I think he's still
He's a bit short. That's a big kill. He could have just walked away. Well, this is trouble now. Universe getting caught out by the Malphus, and well, he'll retreat. But the one thing we didn't see is Gyrocopter coming to that fight. I'm a little surprised.
Gyrocopter's just being MIA, I guess.
He's been pushing top lane, it looks like. But
how's he fourth in net worth? He's the tier 1 tower. Complete free farm. I think he's. I guess. I mean, Pugna and Lone Druid have more net worth because of the towers. Tinker got a double kill. So
Prophet could have blocked some spawns, so the supports are leeching a little bit more experience. They did push the lane, but I'm just surprised he didn't come to the fight. Man, that is such a. That's like early teams grouping up and fighting. You were level 6 as Gyrocopter, which he was. You can just destroy a team mid, but. He might have already used Call Down before the fight broke out, or maybe he didn't have TP scroll gold, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. Well, he'll keep on farming. He's got his Helm of the Dominator out now. Oh no, it's just an Acolyte with Helm of Iron Will, so he'll hold on to that and see if he picks up the Helm of the Dominator, starts stacking Ancients as your kind of traditional Gyrocopter carry does like to do.
Yeah, so Fnatic, I would say, it's not too bad, considering how the game started. They gave up a double kill and a first blood, but they did kill the Tinker recently. Still, I believe, working on the Boots of Travel, and they get their mech online now. And hey, they're ahead in net worth, and they're going to be pushing some more. With the mech, with the Pugna, getting some levels, they will easily get the tier 1. Now, the tricky part comes at the tier 2 mid and top. Can they take those without a fight? They might be able to, honestly. Yeah, Juggernaut's a bit underleveled. Healing Ward's still very strong, even at level 2 or 3.
Yeah, you get banned a little bit, and you get hit by a call down, you just back off, pop the Healing Ward, and you're happy to just go back in and... We'll see what Fnatic look to do from here, as
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
EG actually, I mean, EG don't want to defend. They're actually going to go for a counter push in the bottom lane. And I think defending against this really powerful 5-man is probably not the best idea. You want to try and stall it, but engaging into it is unlikely to be effective.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, meanwhile, the pressure will continue top lane. They have dropped the Nether Ward, and, well, just a zoning cooldown deployed by Mason, but that's not going to stop this push. And meanwhile, Excalibur making that rotation top lane as well. The tier 2 is in jeopardy, and getting these early towers so key against living armor. And that's where I actually do like Fnatic's draft. Sure, maybe the Juggernaut didn't do that much in the laning stage, but end of the day, their other picks are really good against living armor. Mass summons, lots of damage sources. Meanwhile, Excalibur gets caught out. The rocket spam is coming, and oh, he's actually going to go down here. No-Tail could well be next. No, one more soul assumption. Not quite enough to get the kill, but they will be forced back in the end. They still get the tier 2 top. I would say that's okay.
Yeah. It is a worry for EG, because this is one of those games where, I mean, just from talking to Fear and stuff while he was here, it's like you pick Dream because you want to be aggressive and have a high impact with him early on, and also just prevent your opponents from taking those T1 towers early, but all the T1 towers gone, tier 2s are dropping, so the Dream Protector pick just has not worked out at all. He's bottom of the net worth, he's not a good comeback hero. He at this point is going to not do too much at all until we look much later on in the game with Overgrowth coming into play. But the Living Armor has not defended towers, and Leech Seed did not set up that many early kills for EG. It
may make the difference defending the base, but it has not been enough to defend the outer towers. That is completely true. I said, 20, 25 minutes, but man, 12 minutes in, they're looking at that last tier 2. Called out a drop mid, and Excalibur forced back. PPD will be sprouted up. Are they going to try and focus him? Another blast. Just harassment for now, but
Sloan said he wins the race right now is Fnatic.
This Tinker is getting farmed, by the way. Oh, Fly gets caught out. Pop the mech preemptively. I like that, though. Get the extra armor. Discourage Universe from chronoing you. Or, actually, doesn't have chrono. Still cooling down. I'm so used to seeing these voids with the early Ags where it's, like, always up.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No Ag and Scepter yet on Universe.
And when he does have it, he can help a little bit with, like, the Enigma's placement of black holes, but beyond that, it's gonna be, I guess your Tinker's gonna be the main carry in a lot of ways dealing.
It's also for the gyro. The gyro, even setting up the Visage familiar stunts is pretty nice. So Fnatic will keep that push going. They drop the Nether Ward and they just start wailing away at the tier 2 mid. I don't really see EG fully defending this. One round of living armor is not going to be enough to heal it back up. And look at that Nether Ward. You mentioned it. It's the bane of a Tinker's existence in this early to mid game stage. And he's losing almost all his mana. Universe will jump in. He chronos. That's going to connect on 3. Now he goes for the ward. Then he goes for the bear. Make up your mind. He's a little indecisive here. Now Excalibur still pretty healthy despite all this aggression.
Wow.
Tanks it up.
I think the ward got decrypted because Pugna wasn't calling the chrono maybe, but either way the ward staying alive there just made it impossible for EG to engage.
Yeah, you're probably right. It did get decrypted. And the push will continue.
And this is where, like, you've got Tinker and Treant. You're expecting to keep your outer towers up. Well, guess what? 14 minutes in, all your outer towers are gone.
And you know what's
Something
coming
went
next?
wrong.
Necrobooks and Blade Mails, I imagine.
Yeah, and probably an Aegis.
We see a point booster on Hani. I would actually be surprised if he goes Ags. I'm thinking he'll still go Necrobook here.
Excalibur just went straight Vlads. He's like, I kind of like this game.
And Trixie's going Book as well. This is how Fnatic beat Mouse. They saw Mouse wanted to go for more of a ganking-oriented draft. In this case, EJ just wanted to go for like a turtley late-game draft. And Fnatic is a team that's never afraid to pull out a push cheese. Plus, like you mentioned, hey, it's late. They got to wake up early tomorrow, so it's a good strategic move. Will it work out? So far, I'd say.
Yep.
Considering the start, this is about as well as Fnatic could have ever hoped to bounce back.
You won't hear us here complaining about an early push strat, perhaps, but it's not over just yet. We'll see what their next couple item pickups will be. Pugna gets the Aegis for the team. I think this is where you just want to rush a pipe if you're someone like Lone Druid. No-Tail on the Juggernaut. Has he gone... Okay, he's actually leveling the Blade. I was thinking maybe he'd just straight up max healing ward over Blade Fury even, because he's not really Blade Furying anyone.
This Juggernaut has 2,100 gold. I'd be surprised if he has more than like 10 CS.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they've taken 6 towers. That's what I'm saying with this. As useless as he looked in the lanes.
Necrobook Jug, let's go.
A hero.
I don't know. Pugna's actually not
it is an
going
egg. So Hani's just going to try and tank?
Yeah.
It's just going to soak up the damage. Alright.
Jug might go.
Let's see how this works.
Well, I mean, he doesn't do much damage. He can't really carry, but Aghanim Scepter just gives you the extra slashes.
Oh, nice familiar stun. That's going to hold a lot of units in position inside the March. Hani dropping pretty low. He needs to use that life drain.
Yeah. With the Ag Scepter, you can
Oh, he doesn't actually have his ult yet.
Radiant's top
He's got
tower
the X, but he has no ult.
I'm going to have a word with Honey. I don't know.
Poor Hani. I don't think he expected to get it this quickly. He's like, alright, I'm building towards the scepter. I'll have my ult by the time I get the scepter, but he just got too much ult too quickly.
What a nerd.
First world problems, man.
Yeah, that's... I brought up the Scotty problem he has. He's like, I've been buying Scotty that much. Now it's an Aghanims problem. Buying Ags before you even have your ultimate. Oh dear.
Well, Bulldoggerino is chuckling it up in chat right now about it.
It's...
Meanwhile, mid lane, familiar stuns come out. That's going to be 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Very
under
annoying,
attack.
very annoying play by EG, but still, they've lost all outer towers, and looks like they will be building towards the pipe dimension on the Enigma. We'll see at least one Necro Book from Trixie. And, well, Druid, is he going to go full medic mode? I mean, you go Vlad's, it's kind of weird to go back for a Radiance after that.
I don't think... Yeah, maybe Pipe, maybe you get...
I saw Cuirass is the other big option, I
Cuirass
think.
is bad for sure.
EG has a lot of magic damage, but I guess if they're already building pipe, that's okay.
Well, he's got 2k gold, so if you're saving for Radiance, he can still get it. He's done for Dunzo.
That Mask of Madness, bash floating on Excalibur. Is there going to be a root? Where's that root? No root. Down he goes. Now Fly joins the party, and he gets chronoed. This is trouble for Fnatic giving up 1 kill. This could well be 2, and it looks like it will be in the end as another leap forward by Universe. The insta-bash on the Trixie. What a bash lord. He's going to bring him down too. Oh, man, this Void's doing absolute work right now. Life Drain from Hani, trying to kill off PPD on the retreat out. No-Tail not able to finish him off yet. And it looks like he'll make his escape in the end, but
Radiant's
oh,
middle
what a
tower is
timely
under
bash
attack.
there on the Prophet, right as he was about to TP out.
Yeah, that's the kind of fight that EG, I feel, really need. Although they do end up losing their Tinker, but it's still... they need anything. Like you fight outside of your base means that you're not fighting as Fnatic push towers. Because if you trade kind of evenly, Fnatic like, okay, we'll take the even trade and then get some towers because we've got 5 strong pushing heroes. So fighting on the other side of the map is a good idea when you're worried about being pushed in.
Radiant's bottom
Well,
tower is
that
under
was
attack.
no surprise. Very good for EG. Not only are they getting the kills and coming out on top in that fight, but they're delaying Fnatic from what they really want to be doing. Well, this might be good, though. They're going to look to find Mason, and they'll run him down here with Blade Fear. That'll shoot right through the Living Armor. They get the kill. That's crucial. With him dead, maybe they can actually threaten the high ground here. The Tinker has respawned, and they'll look to defend the high ground for the time being. And, well, it might not actually be enough.
Alright.
Do you feel Fnatic should be going for more like Necro Books, Blade Mails, as opposed to things like the Ag Scepter on Hani, or
I think
do you think this is okay?
I like the Ags for the stats more than like the, well, as much slash more than the actual upgrade of the ultimate.
I guess my thinking is just the main benefit is you're not going to be an easy kill during Chronosphere.
Yeah, and I don't like the Blink Juggernaut. That's weird.
You can blink Omni somebody. It doesn't have a mana cost anymore, so
It's
not as difficult to support. But man, look at that life drain on side. Give him the suck. He's back to the well. Tani's just going to be sieging them. If they walk in range of him, he'll just start life draining.
burn the living armor, which means that's a dead. They want to get the tier 3 town
Oh,
now.
they get it. That's huge
No
for
living
Fnatic.
armor for it. If they just kept that alive, they can at least heal it up a bit with the living armor, but they don't get a chance to. So Fnatic can just back off happy now. Although with that said, they may be making another go at this fairly soon.
No retreat.
Radiant's bottom
No
tower is
surrender.
under attack.
They'll keep on going.
Yeah.
They're close to some big items, though. Pipe is very close. I believe about 1,000 gold away or so at this
Radiant's
point.
top
And
tower is under attack.
Blownshard does. I think he lost his bear there, so doesn't have the resummon. Oh, there you go. All right, they're gonna go for it. This might be a little premature. I feel like they
Radiant's
need
top
that
tower
next set of
is under
items.
attack.
Yeah. I guess they still have the Aegis, which is where they're thinking, oh, there's your Blink Omni Slash, but
That was a little bit underwhelming. And one of the few abilities in
Zero
the game that does actually stop Blade
Oh,
Fury is the Chronosphere.
jeez.
They will find out the Juggernaut, catch him, and now bringing down Trixie. Fnatic have overplayed their hand. Maybe Honey can turn this around, but he gets bashed. These bashes just ruining him. Good luck life training, says Universe as he kills him off. And now the lone druid on the retreat out. Soul Assumption. One more right click. Oh, that tree punch wasn't quite there. They're still going. And Hani, he just keeps on getting bashed. He can't even use life drain.
he just died twice in a row with the Aegis.
I just feel that was premature. Like, they just needed that next set of items.
Yeah, they didn't really have any incentive to actually try and go for a push there when those items were coming up soon, so...
But really
They paid
nice
the
chrono
price.
by Universe again. Great defense. And
Radiant's middle
this
tower
Mask of
is
Madness
under
Void is apparently the counter to the Axe Pugna, because he just gets bashed. They couldn't even cast a Crepify half the time.
Well, we'll see what Fnatic can fall back on here. They've still got the Nature's Prophet with Necro Book, so they can do a bit of rat dirty here and there. Lone Druid not going for Radiance makes it hard for him to actually push out lanes as fast as he'd like. And he has Vlads on himself. Uh-oh, he gets jumped. He beats into a bit of a ganky. Universe needs some backup here, and with No Tail showing up, this is a dead Faceless Void.
Even with the backtrack, not enough. Too many damage instances, and down he will go in the end. So, it's end of the day, as much work as Universe has been doing, he's a 3-position Void. Killing him is not the biggest deal.
Yes.
It's still nice, but
You lose your...
the heroes you want to be killing, Tinker by far, Gyro second, and I'd say Void a fairly distant third.
Well, we'll see what the plan's going to be from here on out as Tinker making way towards the Sheepstick. I think Fnatic's still going to just keep on pushing, try and see Drax's ASAP.
Especially after losing a fight like that, if you go back to Farin, then like Tinker might have a Hex by the time you go for the next push.
Yeah.
So they'll go for it again. The pipe, not yet up, but I believe most of the components coming on the courier now. They even get a Maelstrom on Universe, so his damage starts to look pretty legitimate. I believe that is the pipe, in fact, and well, on that note, the Void's jumping in. No, not just yet. In come the Familiars, the stuns on Excalibur. Good damage done. Now the Chronosphere. Beautifully placed by Universe. Once again, he's going to find 3. Fly, Hottie, they're all falling down, and EG are easily defending this push.
Oh, Trixie, trying to hide.
Fnatic, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for one more push, and if it doesn't work, they GG out. Like, just because this is their best way to win, is pushing as 5. And EG's lineup, once they get to this stage, if they get the levels and the items, they're just so good at defending those engagements.
Yeah, they've got late game, but it's just like, it hasn't, I mean, you've got Prophet who is fairly mobile, you've got decent team fight from the Enigma, but you're expecting to be able to push and actually win the early game and get a lot of towers, so that's not happening, and from there, Fnatic are going to be like, what's plan B, which I guess you can turtle and split farm, split push, split farm, and get Nature's Prophet nice and big, get Lone Druid, whatever he wants to go for, which isn't a Radiance, and that's where, I don't know if that's like necessarily the answer. I think Fnatic had a cool idea going for the Vlad Rush, trying to push down towers in the game. They did get a tier 3 tower really early, but tier 3 tower ain't Drax's.
To be fair, I mean, I think the strategy was pretty sound. It's just they gave up a first blood and a double kill, and we're kind of lucky to get back into it after that point. Meanwhile, Trixie did get picked off by Zai. The support Visage doing work, and getting a round of applause from Vlad in the next group.
Yeah. So for Fnatic, the woes continue, unfortunately.
Wow. Now they've been pushed well back across the river. You look at where these creeps are right now. You do not want to see all 3 lanes pushing in. If you see all 3 lanes push in, yeah, it's always bad, but especially in this type of draft, you want the lanes on their side of the river, them defending the base. Meanwhile, Universe just takes the tower bottom. That's a tier 2. That's a lot of gold into his team's pocket, and this is... They'll go for one more push, it looks like. Fnatic group up mid. And they're going to try and force the issue once again.
This is a big commitment. They are hoping hard and desperately for Raxes, or at least a good team fight off of this, but very dicey, very risky. EG have the high ground advantage. They've just got good map control, map sense in general, so I don't think Fnatic can just walk in and hit the kind of black holes and just team fight thereafter.
Man, these creeps just die. There's too much nuke damage. Once again, the jump in from Universe. It's only on the Lone Druid, but I don't know where he's going. He's going to get caught out. Once again, dies. The Chronosphere has just been the bane of his existence. The life drain will kill off Mason. This Gyro is like a support hero almost. Killing him, will it matter? We'll find out. Hani not being focused. Where's that Void? Where's those bashes when you need them? Hani's just tanking it up. Okay, here comes Universe.
Shows up to the party. Gets himself a kill to start things off in the Pugna, who buys back instantly. TZ. TP's home in. From there, well,
buyback from Hani. Yeah, big commitment, like you said. Now Trixie trying to run, and the boots of travel in. Now the Hex, and Trixie's toast. This is just about it for Fnatic.
It's getting close. Like the all-in push didn't work. Their plan B is, really just complete split push. But EG know it's coming. They've got good catching potential with a Tinker.
You can't split push against Visage and
Void. Void Chronosphere is great as well. You try and escape into trees and he just chronos and gets vision. It's really tricky for them to play from behind.
I think if the laning stage was just a bit crisper from Fnatic, not overextending bottom, giving up the double kill, the first blood, and just not overcommitting to that first high ground attempt, I think the strat could well have worked. I don't think the strategy's flawed necessarily, but there wasn't a ton of margin for error, and EG punished every little mistake.
I think it's unnecessary to go like 5 pushing heroes. When you want to go for a push strat, you need to have those like staple heroes, like your initiator, your kind of zoning support hero, and then you have 3 pushing heroes. I think going all 5 strong pushing heroes was a bit overkill from Fnatic. They just didn't have a well-rounded enough draft. Like you can have a well-rounded pushing draft, and that's what you need when you go for a push strat. Going for an all-in push strat like Fnatic have done is just so dicey, and they're getting punished for it.
It has worked for them before, to be fair. They did this. Yep. They did this against Mouse. It's how they qualified for the summit, but yeah, it is risky, and well, the dice not on their side in this one. It feels they'll go down mid again, but it's just getting harder and harder every time.
It really is. It's a struggle for Fnatic. They're going to keep on making a go at it, just knowing that's what their line's built to do. They're looking to find this pick off here as Visage caught up in no man's land, and they lose Zai for absolutely nothing. Oh, well, that's a bit of damage at bottom lane.
Wow. Universe is just solo pushing lanes out.
Yeah.
You don't see that every day.
Worst case scenario, someone TP's back and you've got to like just mask manage your way out of there.
And they can just keep on hexing the bear. No-tail will blink in. They'll slow down this push. Then the gyro missile comes through, and they're just not actually damaging the buildings. The Rex is still fine.
It's living armor, and there's all that AoE spam makes it so damn tricky and hard.
Well, is it time for teams to start banning or picking Tinker? First pick.
We're going to see some Tinker bans this tournament. Quite a few, not just one.
I mean, there's so many good Tinker players at this tournament. You've got Arteezy, Dendi, Excalibur. And that's not to say that players on the other teams aren't capable of running the hero as well, though DK and Vici tend not to. But yeah, it's an annoying hero, man. And these players know how to use it very well.
Once Tinker gets off to a good start, you're just in for a headache the rest of the game. But we can see here, EG, well, true to that Tinker meta, creating headaches for other teams. They've got themselves about almost a 10k net worth advantage over their opponents, and Tinker's just been the one kind of leading the way for the most part throughout this match.
Well, with that being said, Fnatic are now playing defense with a lineup that wants to be playing offense. They are not in their comfort zone whatsoever, and EG will rotate towards the mid lane. They've got 5k up on the Tinker. So Arteezy will be the Shivas, the Dagon. Probably the Dag. Oh, Bloodstone.
Let's go in the SEA build. I like.
Well, actually, Eternal Envy did this before we really saw many SEA teams doing it.
Yeah. Oh, the SEA pub stars were doing it in pubs for ages, as long as I can remember. They just didn't. I don't think they use it.
Yeah, I mean more in like a major official match.
Yeah.
The Eternal Envy died for your sins build, as Lysander put it.
Yeah,
quite aptly during the cast.
Let's heal them up, boys. Well, top 3 net worth all on EG. That's always a big concern. And at this point, Faceless Void isn't even a utility. Aghanim Scepter Void. This is a true carry Void in a lot of ways. So, Faceless Void, yeah. Treads, Mask of Madness, Mjolnir. Screw the Ag, screw going utility. Universe says, I'll carry you. Void's just such a tanky hero. Like, yeah, he's got 1100 health. Don't let that fool you. If you're not actually using nukes on him, I don't know. He chronos half the team, so 3 heroes aren't hitting him, and then he's life stealing with the Mask of Madness, and he's got really high base armor, and he's got the backtrack evasion. So he's surprisingly durable, and he's basically that frontline initiator. Yep. I actually like the way they use Void, because they don't generally go for that unless they feel they have the right draft for it. Omni Slash did jack shit.
That's a support Juggernaut. Now the Chrono available from Universe if he wants to unload it, and he'll let it go now. He's going to catch out too, and Arteezy just plinking away at them on the sidelines. He'll spam in some rockets. He'll laser down another. It seems like it might be Fnatic's last stand. They are trying to bring down a few, but Hani just gets chain stunned. He won't get off any more life drain, and down he goes as well.
Oh, bad clash after bad clash. Top lane, they do end up losing the gyrocopter here. Can they chase down the lone Druid. If they can, it'd be a nice little pickup, and they're on their run, but not going to find them.
Well, they might find the bear. Oh, gets hexed, gets lasered, now gets bashed, and that is 300 easy gold.
Yep. Well,
this is not looking good for Fnatic.
yeah.
I mean, to put it mildly, they're in a lot of trouble.
EG still looking very focused there. They're up by a lot of experience and a lot of gold right now. Fnatic boys just running out of options. Like, it's not even about, I mean, tapping out the side is just like, how do you win this game? Even if you were trying to be as optimistic as possible, like, to get back into a game like this is just so tricky when you've gone for such a one-dimensional draft.
And that's where I do want to give PPD a lot of credit, because the way that he drafted was really intelligent. You see that they want to go for an early 5-man push strat. Even before you know it's going to be 5 pushy heroes, you know there will be a lot of 3, 4, maybe 5 heroes grouping up. So what do? You get tons of damage from your 2 cores, your Gyro and your Tinker, and you get an offlaner, one of the few remaining that actually has AoE lockdown. And in the form, oh, RTZ might go down bottom lane. This will be a big kill if they can bring him down, but the living armor's going to keep him alive. Then he gets off the Hex. He's going to rearm. He looks to retreat, and he will blink out. Then he blinks forward. He wants Trixie. The overdose here is still alive. They can't kill him. They just can't kill RTZ. Oh, no. What a disaster for Fnatic. And No Tail's now caught out as well. The Omni Slash comes through, but it's only hitting creeps. It does nothing. Then the Chrono on the 2. These are Fnatic's final moments.
Jug boys.
Oh my God.
Motherfucking Jug. That shit don't work.
What play by RTZ,
That's
though.
a black hole that may kill off. Again, I'm killing RTZ here, but they're not going to get much more. That Universe with the Mionyu is just reflecting damage all over the place here. That's a dead Enigma here. Pug to the last one standing, and well, he's trying to suck off Universe, but he's not going to have much luck there. Universe says, "Get out of my pants," and takes him down, and that's a 5-man wipe coming out of EG.
Did you really just say that?
Look,
Did you really?
GG. Get out.
What's the other part?
We're done.
Oh my
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I do apologize to all the families with children out there watching the stream.
We're sorry, Alexa.
We're sorry, Alexa. Yes, you should be apologizing.
Look, it's been a long day.
Well, the day ends now, and it ends with EG taking a much-needed win. So
Yes, that's important for EG.
I mean, the main thing to mention is that there's only 3 more group stage games. Those will be played bright and early tomorrow at 8 a.m. local time Pacific. So for some of these teams, it is a quick turnaround for you guys as viewers. I suggest going to sleep ASAP, but we'll take a quick look at the standings here once they're ready and basically just recap the day.
Yeah, the 2 Chinese teams on top of the standings as far as I can recall. DK and Vici Gaming, both 3 wins, 1 loss. Then you've got EG Fnatic, I think Navi as well,
2 and
all
2.
2 and 2. And then, unfortunately, the navi.usa boys, or Navi, they're 0 and 4. So they had a rough day 1. I saw Fog tweeting and saying, look, day 1 went as bad as it possibly could have, but...
Well, I told Fogged, warm-up day. It's fine.
Loser bracket.
Warm-up day.
You just make the loser bracket come back.
MLG Columbus, never forget.
Yeah. Well, they started... Well, you had to finish top 4 there, otherwise you were not in playoffs.
That's true. No, our format is a bit more forgiving in that sense. So... heading into tomorrow, we have only 3 games remaining, and
yes.
Do we actually have the list of games available, guys, so we can take a look at that?
From what we're doing Navi versus Navi.
Navi versus... Okay.
DK versus EG, and Fnatic versus Vici Gaming.
So there's a couple of ways this could go. EG could beat DK, then those 2 teams are both 3 and 2.
Yep.
Same could happen for Fnatic versus Vici.
Yep.
So we could have 4 teams 3 and 2, and Navi could also be 3 and 2. So there is potential here for a 5-way tie. We'll discuss that scenario if it comes, but we would have tiebreak matches at that point.
5-way tie, let's go.
The other thing that could happen is that one of those 3 and 1 versus 2 and 2 games goes the other way. In which case, it would at most be like a 2-way tie and a 3-way tie, I believe.
Let's hope we don't get 5-way. Well, no, 5-way ties. 4-way tie was like just as bad, if not worse, than the 5-way tie. We've ran through every possible tiebreak scenario. We spent like 3 hours working on tiebreak scenarios, so. Yes. We're ready for ties. That's why we stayed late today. Like, some of the teams are like, do we need to move match? Like, tomorrow's schedule looked pretty light in theory. But
if there's not tiebreakers.
If there's a 4 or 5-way tie, these teams are going to be damn happy we played these matches tonight, because tomorrow could be a long day as well, guys. So we kick off bright and early, 8 a.m., Navi versus Navi.
Whew. I guess that's pretty much a wrap, honestly.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, guys. Thank you all for watching. Of course, you're watching the Summit powered by Twitch and supported by 100tb.com. So thanks for watching, guys. We will be back tomorrow, bright and early at 8 a.m. We'll see you later.
She's waiting on the high ground. He's going to have an but Rixie, the last one alive, and not for long. That's the GG.
The fact that he knows that the triple boost movement speed was
Yes.
It's a lot of Are they even done yet?
you can say it with Mark, but it's like that's where
Close the door! Close the door!
Sorry.
Where's Charlie in?
It's like it's only first of the many follow.